So, I'm just sitting here, just got off the phone with Maria Acavito, telling her about the damages brief that I filed with Judge Bennett. And, you know, Donald Trump, in this last year that he's been president, he spent $130 million playing golf. $130 million playing golf. And this absurd, ridiculous, you got to be fooling me settlement over the Colony Ridge matter. It's all the money they stole from the people they cheated and ripped off. That's who's paying the money, is the people that got swindled. They're gonna allow the mobsters that, you know, are Colony Ridges to use their companies and their contractors, their cousins, and, you know, their buddies, and they're going to take a huge amount of money, $48 million, and spend it through their own construction companies. They're going to keep right on running the show. And then, of course, they're going to let the police, they're requiring them to build a brand new police station, 20 million reserve notes, because they're not even dollars, they're reserve notes. And, of course, all this wealth was stolen from the pigeons, were stolen from the marks there that got set up and cheated and robbed by the ranchero racketeers, the colonious mobsters there. All the settlements funded with the stolen money. And Judge Alfred H. Bennett, he's well aware of it. I guarantee I sent him 2 amicus briefs on, hey, wait a second, that's all the money they stole from the victims. Now, damages and restitution to the victims, that really needs to be addressed under international law. Because just because there's a foreigner amongst you doesn't mean you get to rip them off. And I was telling Maria, you know, Jesus is well known. He did something right before they murdered him to shut him up. He started flipping over tables and whipping and punching the money changers. That's where the foreigners who came into the Holy Lands on pilgrimage would have to change their money into local coin of the realm. They couldn't buy anything locally unless they had coin of the realm. And these money changing slobs at God's temple were hitting these foreigners with up to like 50% exchange rate. They're ripping them off. So Jesus got a little pissed and started throwing punches and throwing that whip at them and flipping over tables, and said, how dare you rip off the foreigners. So there's where I'm going to leave it, ladies and gentlemen. This Colony Ridge settlement is deeply, deeply, deeply flawed. And, well, the way I see it, it's as immoral gets. I think some of those ladies that blew the whistle on the Colony Ridge Mafia, they should be running the show. They're the ones that should be calling the shots. And, the crooks that set up this great big giant swindle, there's an awful lot of mail fraud involved here, folks. There's an awful lot of mail fraud by collecting all these installment payments on this giant fraud scheme through the U.S. mails. Yeah, have a discussion about that with any judge you want, any prosecutor you want. Doesn't make any difference. They're using the United States postal system to make their giant fraud scheme function. I'll leave it right there, folks. And hasta la vista, God bless, and remember one thing. Beware of the ranchero racketeers and all those secret bankers hiding behind the green curtains.